my name is Arpita and I am pursuing Political Science Honours from University of Delhi Shyama Prasad Mukherjee College for Women. Now my topic for presentation is committee system. Before diving straight away into the presentation, I would like to tell you about the importance of committees. Why was it so important to have committees? Could not we have done without them? So, as we all are very well familiar that a legislature is the largest working organ of our government and it is unable to scrutinize each and every document within its reach. Therefore, committees were made. Committees were made for the very purpose of easing the job of parliament. Committees also originated with the establishment of first legislature. Therefore, it is extremely important in any democracy, in any parliamentary democracy, to have committees. And not even just in India but all around the world, committees are very much important and plays an important role all around the world. Committee system in Indian Parliament has come to stay as an integral part for the smooth transacting of the business of the House. It is accepted that without such system, it will be almost impossible for any legislature body to finish the volume of work which is required to handle. Now, let us look from where the word committee has been originated. The word committee is derived from the French word command, which means trust. Therefore, from this pointer, we can carry out the meaning that committees are extremely trustworthy. The work which is assigned to committee or the members is of high responsibility. Now, one definition which we can give of committee is this word signifies one or more members of the legislative body into whose hands a matter is under investigation and report. Now, I would like to put forward a very important definition given by a renowned scholar who is H.M. Robert. So, according to H.M. Robert, a committee is a body of one or more persons appointed or elected by an assembly or society to consider or investigate or to take action in regard to certain matters or subject to do at all these things. So, by this definition of H.M. Robert, we can derive the meaning that committees are assigned, committees are made for a particular sort of work and they are appointed by the assembly or the speaker. So the history of committee also begin with the establishment of legislature. Now, I would like you all to look at the work that is done by committees. So, committees do a number of works. Some of them are listed here. So, as you can see, the first work that is done by committee is to review proposed laws, the laws that has already been made by our legislature. The second work that is done by committee is to oversee activities of the executive branch. The third work that committee does is to help develop expertise in the subject. The fourth work that is done by committee is to enable consultation with experts. Now, I want to give you some examples of committee. So, I have taken these two examples from the local governance, that when the structure of the local governance was decided, the central government formed two committees. One was Balwant Rai Mehta Committee and second was Ashok Mehta Committee. They were formed for the purpose of giving recommendations for the Panchayati Raj. What should be the structure of Panchayati Raj? So that is how committee work. Now The next thing I want to tell you about committee is how they are appointed, under whose direction committee work, to whom they present their report. They are directly appointed by the House or nominated by the Speaker or Chairman. The second is they work under the direction of the Speaker. The third is they present their report to the House or Speaker. And fourth is they have a secretariat provided by Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. Now we can classify parliamentary committees into two types, that is standing committee and ad hoc committee. They are very different from each other. So first of all, let us look at standing committees. Standing committees are regular and permanent in nature. They are constituted from time to time according to the provisions of an Act of Parliament. Both Rajya Sabha as well as Lok Sabha have their committee of their own. In 1993, there were 17 department-related standing committees. In 2004, 7 more committees were added. Now, out of these 24 committees, 8 were within the administrative jurisdiction of Rajya Sabha and rest are administered by Lok Sabha. Each standing committee comprises of not more than 45 members. Lok Sabha Speaker nominates 30 members from the lower house, and similarly, it's the chairman who chooses other 15 from the upper house. A minister can't be nominated to any of these committees. The term for each member expires after every 1 year. Now the second we have is ad hoc committees. Ad hoc committees can be divided into two kinds, that is advisory committee and inquiry committee. So first of all, let us look at ad hoc committees. These are the committees which are set up to work for a specific task and are dissolved once it is completed. They are divided into two categories. Now let us look at the inquiry committee first. Let us first look at inquiry committee. Inquiry committee are constituted from time to time either by the two houses on a motion adopted in that behalf or by the speaker. They are formed to inquire into or specific subjects. Some examples of inquiry committee that I want to give are a committee on the conduct of certain members during President's address. The second example can be committee on draft 5-year plan. The third example is Railway Convention Committee. Fourth example is Committee on Members of Parliament Local Area Development Scheme MP-LADS. The fifth one is Joint Committee on Bofors Contract. Now I would like you to tell something about the Advisory Committee. Advisory Committee includes select or joint committees on bills which are appointed to consider and report on particular bills. These are distinguishable from the other ad hoc committees in as much as they are concerned with bills and procedure to be followed by them is laid down in the rules of procedure. When a bill comes up in a house, it is open to that house for discussion and to refer it to a select or joint committee. The select or joint committee considers the bill clause by clause. It can also take the evidence of association, public bodies or experts. Committee submits its report and members who do not agree with the report may show dissent towards it. Now, I would like you to take a look on certain kinds of standing committees. Now, we have different types of standing committees. Some of them are financial committee, departmental standing committees, committees to inquire, committees to scrutinize and control, committees relating to day-to-day business of the house, and housekeeping committees. So let us look at the financial committees. So in financial committees, we have Public Accounts Committee. So Public Accounts Committee was set up in 1921 under Government of India Act. At present, it consists 22 members, 15 from Lok Sabha and 7 from Rajya Sabha. These members are elected by Parliament with a single transferable vote. The term of office of the member is 1 year. A minister cannot be elected as a member of the committee. The chairman is appointed by the speaker amongst its members. Until 1966 and 67, it belonged to the ruling party, but after chairman is selected from opposition. Now there are certain functions of the committee. So first of all is to examine the audit reports that are provided by the Comptroller and Auditor General of India, that is CAG, which are laid down before the Parliament by the President. The CAG acts as a guide, philosopher and a friend of the committee. Now, department relating standing committees were 17 when they were set up in 1993. In 2004, 7 more were set up, increasing them to 24. The main objective of standing committee is to serve more accountability of the executive. They also assist budget in parliament. They are under the jurisdiction of central government. Each consists of 31 members, which contains 21 members from Lok Sabha and 10 from Rajya Sabha. So, some of examples of committees under Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha are, first of all, under Rajya Sabha are Committee on Commerce, Home Affairs, Human Resource Development, Industry, Committee on Science and Tech, Environment and Forest, Transport, Health and Family Welfare, Personnel, Public Grievances, Law and Justice. Committees under Lok Sabha are on agriculture, on information technology, on defense, on energy, on external affairs, and etc. So the third we have is the committees to inquire. So under this we have Committee on Petition. This committee examines petitions on bills and on matters of general public importance. It also entertains representation from individual and association on matters pertaining to union subjects. The next we have is to Committee to Scrutinize and Control. So under this we have Committee on Government Assurances. It gives assurances, promises and undertakings which are given by ministers from time to time on the floor of the House and reports on the extent to which they have been carried through. 15 members are from Lok Sabha and in Rajya Sabha it consists of 10 members. It was constituted for the first time in 1953. Now the fifth one we have is committees relating to day-to-day business of the House. So some of the examples of these committees can be Business Advisory Committee, Committee on Absence of Members, Rules Committee, Committee on Private Members Bill and Resolution. Now the sixth one we have is housekeeping committees. Housekeeping committees are House Committee, General Purpose Committee, Library Committee, Joint Committee on Salaries and Allowances of Member, and Consultative Committee. Now, therefore, we can conclude up that committee are extremely important for the working of parliament. The committee system enables the legislature to perform these functions more effectively and efficiently. Committees are the eyes, the ears, the hands, and often the brains of the legislature. And if they cannot be considered as absolutely indispensable, then working without them would certainly drastically slow down. Thank you much everybody for watching my presentation on committee system. Hope you liked it. Thank you.